Hey guys, what is going on? Drew here, and I'm just going to quickly make a video that I'm going to reference back to on a lot of social media posts explaining how to sign up for this year's Kayak Bass Fantasy game that Ken Morris and I have developed. Again, just like we did last year, but this year, assuming no COVID, it's going to go a little smoother. We can kind of keep track of this. What's up, Jake? I know some people are going to join in here, but again, I'm just going to quickly go over and show you guys, do a screen share and show you guys how to sign up for the fantasy game for 2021. So let's get to it real quick. Good day, Steve from Down Under. And this is how you guys are going to sign up for the fantasy game. It's really cool this year. Follow along, guys. It's going to be slick because you can create your own groups. So Steve, for example, if you got friends at Hobie, you guys can make your own group, or Hobie B.A.S.S, the group Hobie B.A.S.S or the Tournament Trail can make their own group in the fantasy game and then also compete in the public game. So it's kind of cool. You can compete against, your friends and your family, but you can also compete against everybody and win the prizes we're going to give away. And again, this is all free. We're just doing this just to help grow the sport, guys. So I'm going to quickly show you how to sign up for the fantasy game, how it works this year, and what things are a little bit different. So let's get to where I can share my screen with you guys. Good evening, everybody that's tuning in on this. This is sort of impromptu, and I don't want to edit. I don't want to upload. I'm just doing it live, so let's hope it goes smoothly here. All right, share my screen. It's going to be a lot of fun. Here we go. Share the screen, and I'm going to choose application window. Let's do, here we go. So you're going to go here, guys. This is where you go first. You're going to get a link sent right here. If you can follow that link, fantasizer.com/sport fantasy-kayak-bass-fishing-pro-tours-2021. I guess we could have shortened that a little bit, but anyway, you'll see it shared on social media, so you won't have to worry about typing it in. So then you just simply scroll down here, and you can read the rules here if you want, but eventually you're going to hit play now, okay? Again, it's only counting these three leagues, right? KBF Trail Series, Hobie Bass Open Series, and the B.A.S.S Kayak, or B.A.S.S Kayak Nations, Bass Nation Kayak Series, if I could say that right. So only those three. Hang on. Go back here. Only these three. So you can click play now, but I'll get to that in a second. But what you want to do first is read the about, okay? It talks about the three series and some special events like the Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship, the 10 Invitational. All those count, of course. And any cash earned or checks cash from, the players that you pick, the anglers you pick, will basically equals fantasy points. So that's how it works. It's all based on money earned by all the anglers. And every angler that's in this game is in there because they earned money last year, or they were in the top 50 in AOI in KBF or the Hobie Bass Open Series. Again, guys, only using national trails here. It's already like 40-something events. We cannot do any more. I know there's a lot of big regional trails. There's a team thing going on this year. I get it. The people are going to earn more money than we have here, but this is just focusing on the national trails. It tells you a little bit about the scoring and all the rules here. So we are allowing you to sign up a couple teams this year if you want to do a couple teams, but you have to have a separate email, obviously, to do that. Only one team per email. And what's different this year, as you'll see when I get into this, is you get to pick 6 anglers for the year, but you got to stay under a $50,000 salary cap. So everybody's priced. All the anglers are priced. And there's probably some guys that are underpriced, some that are overpriced. And that's sort of for you guys to kind of figure out. Do a little research, do some homework, figure that out. And so let's see, anything else I need to go over here? There's prizes, and I've already mentioned that you can create groups if you're an organization. Let's say you're a KBN or the Kayak Bass Fishing Group, or you just work for a company like Yak Attack and you want to play internally with your own employees. You can make a group. So, and even this is a little tip here, guys. When you scroll down this very first page, I've listed last year's results. So you can see everyone who was in the game last year, how many fantasy points they earned, which is basically equals how much money they made last year in just these national trails. Last year actually didn't count the KBF Trail Series except for Super Trails because of COVID and the Pro Series kind of fell apart, whatever. But you get the idea, guys. This is a little bit of a research tool. On this front page, you can scroll down and see the top earners from last year. So all these people are back in the game, plus anybody on the AOI top 50 that's not on the list. And a couple other few random ones like Matthew Conant, for example, who won the Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship, but he was a rookie, so he wasn't in the game last year. But obviously, he really won the most money, had the most fantasy points, but now he's in the game. So let's get to how you sign up. You're going to click Play Now. Now, avoid what I just said here. Ignore this right here because I have to confirm my email, but I've already done that step. So I'm going to go over to the email because it's going to send you an email and you got to confirm it. So go over to your email, click this link, and now it's going to get you in. Hit continue. So now here's what you can do. You can click create private league or join a public league. So if you create a private league, you would, let's say you're going to play, you're John Hipsher from Yak Attack and you want to play with your employees. So your league name would be, Yak Attack. Boom. And then your John's team name, we would pick John's, whatever, like Hammers. Let's just do the most generic thing possible. Then you would click create league. At that point, John has a team in a private league, but he's not in the public league. So if you're not joining a private league or creating a private league, you need to click join public league. So go over here to join public league. This is what most people should do first. Join a public league. Okay, type in, so I'm John. Well, I'll just do me for right now. So I'm Drew. Well, you can make a team name, whatever you want, but, whatever, like Drew's Cruise, whatever. It's the stupidest thing ever, but, whatever here. Join league. So now what you have to do is pick your players. So you can see they're listed in descending order from most expensive down. Okay, so Russ Snyder's at the most expensive. Jody Queen's right behind him. I'm right behind Jody. You got Cody Milton right there behind me. It's just a bunch of hammers all in this $9,000 and up range, $8,000 and up. And you can stack your team, but you could go high. You could go for some more sure things like Russ and Cody and guys, Jackson and Derek Brundle, guys you think you're going to fish a lot of events. You could do that, or you can go and just kind of balance it and click a bunch of people in the $8,000 range. But you've got, as you can see here at the very top, you've got $50,000 to work with. So let's just select, Russ for the fun of it. I guess if it's Drew, I got to click me. I'm picking Drew, and it tells you up here I've spent half my budget on just two players at $25,500. Now I'm going to go over here. I need to get some lower price guys. Let's click Jason Broach. Let's click Adam Reiser. So now I've only got $9,000 left to spend on two players, right? So scroll down. Let's see. I got to get some value picks here. I got to find some value down low. Let's pick let's pick Jim Orr. And now I've got $3,000 left. So that puts me in a tough spot because I got $3,000 left. Let's scroll to the bottom. Hey, the lowest price is $3,500. I can't afford Jim Orr, obviously. So I got to go back up. And now I've got to remove Jim Orr. I got to go lower. Here. Let's pick Jim Ware instead. And then I know I need someone that's $3,500. So let's go down to the very bottom. And let's take a shot on Josh Booth here. Boom. Josh Booth. Now I click finish. That's my team. I spent all my money. I could have left money over, but I actually spent exactly $50,000. So finish here. By the way, you can click on, I don't know if you can do it here, but you can click on people and do some research on them. There's not a lot. I think we may have linked to the Tourney X page, but I would just, look them up on Tourney X if you want any more information or ask around. So here you go. Now you're in the overall public league where there's some people already who've signed up. So that is how you do that. You can click on stats. Eventually there's going to be the cash winnings and the total here. And it'll, hopefully we're going to get it where it's in descending order again for the cash winnings. And that's kind of how it works. If you wanted to go back, you can click home. Let's see. And that's your league here on your homepage. If you make another league, it's going to show up right below this one. So let's say I'm going to go create my own league here. Let's see if I go back and I can do that. Let's see. We'll click play now again. Let's create a private league. I remember, let's say, well, you know what? I work for Crescent, right? So let's just do Crescent Kayak. So Scott Butcher, James Durbecker, everybody Neil, we got old Bourbon Bob over there. We're all going to play in a group by ourselves, right? So let's make my team name, Drew's Hammers. Create league. So now I'm the only team in that league, as you can see. And, you can click on this link. If you created a league, click on this link. And, you can send it to any of your friends, email it, whatever. And they'll simply, paste it in here. And they should be able to join this league. I may have, and if you're the league manager, you can actually do this. I believe you can email participants. You can do stuff on your settings right here. There's not much here. Edit league info. Let's see. This is public join. You might want to click public join option from league page. So I've got that clicked, and you can update that. And then you can invite people to follow along with your league without creating a team by just copying this link and sending it to people. So let's update this. And there eventually is going to be a button here for join now. I believe when you send this link right here, you copy this link, you send it to your friends right around here, right above this nice Venus ad right here for swimwear. You can, I think there's going to be a button that says join league. So that's how they'll join your league. So it's pretty cool, guys. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to get out of that real quick. Stop sharing the screen. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully that explains it. I mean, it's not that complicated, really. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to help us follow along this year with exactly, what's going on the trails, who's doing what, and it's going to give us a rooting interest for every single event, which is really cool. So I think I've covered it all. I can't really think of anything else I need to cover. If anybody has any questions who's on here, there's not many, but hopefully that explained it. And we'll see you guys on. If you have any other questions, you can always just message myself or Ken Morris, and we'll try to get back to you guys. But let's get signed up. Oh, the one thing I will mention that's important, we're going to keep the signups open until February 19th. And I know that sounds crazy, right? Because the events start this weekend, January 30th and 31st with the KBF Trail Series. So what's going to happen if some people already have fantasy points? What we're going to do is once some people already have fantasy points, we're going to adjust their salary. So you can still edit your team if you want, but if you really want to get somebody, you want to get someone cheap, try to get in this game before this coming up weekend, the 30th and 31st, especially before the 10 ends, because that's when someone's going to win 10 grand. And that's when their salary is going to bump up a lot more. But you want to get people when they're a little bit lower, right? So get in there and get them now. If you want to change later on, you can. But if you get into the game after people already have some fantasy points, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for those players. So it definitely is, to everyone's advantage to get in a little bit sooner here right now and get those guys on the cheap. So hopefully that explains it. And I just realized this thing was sticking up like this the whole time. So I hope you guys heard that. I'm sure you did. I usually talk loud. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end this broadcast, and we will see you guys on the Fantasy League. I will post a comment here with that link before I leave to the main league join page. I guess that'll show up on, hang on, give me 1 second. I guess this will show up on both Facebook and YouTube. It looks like it did. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and hope that explains it, and we will catch you guys out there. I'm leaving at 4 in the morning, heading down to Kissimmee, Florida for the KBF Trail Series opener and the 10 Invitational. Then I'm hopefully heading to the Hobie Bass Open Series on Seminole. Unless I win the 10 Invitational, I'm getting the 10. I can't wait. I'm excited. It's going to be a lot warmer weather than here in Northeast Ohio where I live now, so I cannot wait. I'll see you guys. Follow along on social media. I'm sure I'll be posting some stuff. It's going to be crazy. I've got a bunch of tools with me. I've got new kayaks coming. Scott Butcher's bringing me some new Crescent kayaks, and I've got some insane setup I'm going to be doing and building while I'm down there. I wish I had them a little sooner, but I'm going to be creating this all while I'm down there. It's going to be nuts. And I know guys are already down there catching fish, big fish, and the weather's perfect. They're biting. Hopefully you guys tuned into that live stream that Ken and I did with Captain Goggles. If you didn't, go check it out. We basically went over the entire Kissimmee chain with Captain Goggles, who's a guy there. Go check it out, and I'll see you guys on the fantasy game. All right, live in the current. See ya.